You gotta keep still. That's it. That's my magic. That's what I do. I just keep still. Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to all my subbies, and what's up to all my newbies that are peeking in and trying to see what Dolce is all about for the very first time. I appreciate it. Come on in. This was by request. I had a request. They were curious as to how I wrap my hair. I wrap my hair every night. Wrapping your hair, as you probably already know, it helps with a silk scarf, okay, not a cotton scarf. You want a silk scarf or a satin scarf to wrap your hair up in. This helps to keep your ends from breaking off. It helps to keep your hair basically tied in and controlled and not all over your pillow so that it's not damaged in any way. Again, it goes back to breakage and keeping that at bay. So, and a lot of us are rough sleepers, and cotton pillows, they sort of absorb some of the moisture from your hair as well as skin, but from your hair. And so the satin/silk scarves help to keep that moisture within your hair. Okay, so it helps all the way around. So even if you don't wrap your hair, it's good to wear a silk bonnet, silk or satin bonnet, or sleep on a silk/satin pillow. Again, it helps to mitigate breakage and keeping moisture on your hair. So really quickly, we're going to do a little wrapping tutorial. And I have two types of scarves, okay? And I mainly use the last one that I'm going to talk about, but there's a lot of different scarves. There's ones that are square, and then maybe you have to fold into like a triangle and tie it up that way. Or there are kinds that sort of wrap around this way, or you wrap it around, you wrap your hair, and then you wrap this on top of the hair. And I'm going to be looking at a mirror, so if I look to the side, that's what I'm doing, just to make sure that I'm not looking crazy, even though I'm going to be looking crazy. But you wrap it around your hair like this, you know, and that keeps it, again, keeps it controlled, keeps it in place. Now this one that I have, it's pretty old. I need a new one, and I like it. The only thing is that my hair is very impressionable, which means when I wrap it like this part would leave like a crescent indentation on my hair. So I didn't like that. So with this, I would have to doctor it and put something behind it, like a piece of material behind it, so that this part, this seam, wasn't laying straight on my hair and leaving an indentation in my hair in the morning, or on my hair in the morning. So it got kind of, you know, a pain in the butt, but I do like this. I do like this. I just need a new one. And yeah, but being that I'm growing my hair back in now, my hair was really long when I was using this, so I really didn't have an issue with wrapping it up with this. But I've gone back to the OG of scarves as far as what I used to use before I got that one. This one is just, I don't know, we can call it, you know, a U scarf. We're gonna call it a U scarf, okay? Because it sort of makes a U right here, okay? And then it has, it sort of fits on the back like this. So your head would go in like this, and these are the ties. This is where you would tie it up and make it tight, okay? So we're gonna call it a U scarf, okay. And yes, I've had this for a while, so there is a little aberration in the material. Yes, a hole, but don't judge me. It still works. It keeps my hair together. It's okay, okay? I see some judgy eyes out there, but that's okay. It still works. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I am gonna move my mirror and adjust it, make sure I can, okay. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna wrap up my hair, and I'm gonna put the scarf on, and I'm gonna show you how I tie it up, and yeah, then we'll be out, okay? So what I do is I start off on the side. It's not a big deal. You can start in the middle. I start on the side, not not for any particular reason, not that I remember. And I just comb it. Okay, so you just want to keep all of this. And I wrap it this way. Some people can wrap it the other way, whatever your preference is. Okay, so I wrap it and I just take my time and I comb it around. Okay, I do not use bobby pins on my hair or while I'm wrapping it. Again, hopefully you can see this. I'm just wrapping it around. Again, my hair is very impressionable. And so with bobby pins, I would have indentations going around my hair if I were to put bobby pins in just to hold it. I just wrap it up and I use the keep still method. That's what I do. I use the keep still method. I wrap it up and I just keep still. Okay, so I wrap it around. And I just take my time. Just take your time. Take your time. Okay? Just take your time. You just want to wrap it around. Depending on the length of your hair, it may take longer or shorter. I mean, I tell you, one time it took me so long, I got so fed up with myself, I had to sit down because it kept cascading back down. So I can totally relate to everyone who's having an issue wrapping it. It's just about taking your time and just being patient with yourself. Just be patient and don't move. You know, just be patient and don't move. So I comb it. And then I use I have nails, obviously. So I just use that in addition to the comb to sort of keep everything in place. And then I just keep combing. I hold it. I keep combing. That's all I do. Hold it, just keep combing. Just keep combing. You know, and just feel with your hands. Take your time. You know, and make sure stuff is tucked where it's supposed to be tucked. Okay? Just take your time. And if it cascades back down, like mine usually does, especially when my hair was shorter, when it was first growing in, it did not stay. Like I said, it took me so long that I just got frustrated. So if your hair is at that length, just take your time and just press into it. That's another thing that helps me. I just press into it to make sure that my hair knows, hey, I want you to stay up, not go down. Okay, and I just try and smooth everything. Okay, so once it's where you want it to be, okay, I just smooth it around. Make sure, and again, there's nothing, I'm not doing anything special. I just combed it around. I'm not putting any pomades on it. I'm not putting any gels, anything extra on it. I'm just smoothing it around just to reinforce this hold that we got going on right now. Reinforce the shape. You're just doing it in a circular motion. That's it. Okay? Then I just hold it for a second just to make sure. I'm like, okay. And then I try and keep as still as possible. I promise you. I have no magic behind this. I just keep as still as possible. And what I do is with the scarf, you see how there's a seam right here? I use the opposite side where the seam isn't prominent, okay? Where it joins together, okay? That way, again, so I'm not leaving this impression of this seam on my hair and making an indentation. So this will lessen that, okay? So I use the shinier side. Use whatever side you want. And what I do is, this goes to the back of your head. If you have this type of scarf, this is how I use it. Again, we're just nicknaming it the U scarf because of the shape that it's making right here. Okay, so I put this is the back and this is the front. At least that's how I tie mine. This is the back, this is the front. The U goes in the front. I want my U to end up right about here, okay? And that way I have enough room to tie it up and do what I need to do. So I'm gonna show you. Okay. Put it right here. That's what I do. And I just lay it back. Okay? I put it on and I lay it back. And then I sort of tether the back. I'm holding on to the back and I'm putting it on the back of the nape of my neck. That way I'm anchoring it so when I do what I'm about to do in the front, it doesn't lift up. So I just tether it in the back with my fingers, just hold it still. And now I'm just going to do a crisscross. Okay, so just tying it up. It's nothing special. I'm just holding these two together. And I'm just pulling this forward just a little bit. Okay. Now with my hand, I'm taking it from the back, putting it in the front and just smoothing it a little bit. Just in case we're losing a couple of hairs and they're bunching up or they're going every which way. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm pulling this forward a little bit. Okay. And my whole point is that we're going to get these gaps, this slack on the side. Now, being that I'm wrapping my hair to my left, I'm going to be pulling this left side. If you're wrapping it to the right, you're going to pull the right first, okay? But I'm pulling it to, you see how it's tightening on the side? You see how it's tightening around my ear? That's what you want. Okay, and it's crisscrossing, and I'm just pulling it towards the back, okay? Pulled it towards the back, now I'm just holding it. I'm just holding it there because I'm going to adjust all of this, okay? So I pulled it towards the back. I'm adjusting this. I just use my thumb or finger, and I just gently pull this down so that this seam evens up with this seam, okay? We don't want this all the way up here. You just pull this down like that, okay? So we pull that down, and we're just adjusting. We're not doing anything crazy or... I'm just pulling this down all the way around, making sure this sort of keeps the same perimeter all the way down. And I like mine mid-ear. I like my mid-ear, and I like this pretty low. That way, when I do my next step, it's going to naturally rise, but at least it won't rise all the way up here. When it rises, it's going to rise just a little bit, okay? And you'll see what I'm saying in 1 second. So I just make sure everything's smooth. You see, I'm just pulling it up, making sure everything is smooth. Okay. And I like to take my finger, just being the particular person I am. I take my finger and I just feel my hair inside. Again, making sure that nothing's wacky or whatever. And now we're going to, again, I'm going to pull this and I'm going to hold this one still. I'm pulling this, again, to tighten that slack. You see that slack near my ear again? So I just turn to the side and I just pull it just a little bit more, just to make sure it's tight. And then I'm going to crisscross it in the back. I'm losing my eyebrow, but that's okay. Okay, so I crisscross it in the back. So we crisscrossed it in the front. Now that we're towards the back, I'm crisscrossing it in the back. That's all I'm doing. Okay? And I'm making a broad crisscross so that the material or the flaps in the back are almost wide and flat on their own. You see that? It's not all bungled up like this. It's as flat as I can make it. And then I'm bringing mine to the front. Okay, so again, I'm holding it like this. And then I I spread it out. Make sure it's not bunched up. We don't want anything bunched up. Okay, at least I don't. And I flatten this out or spread this out as much as I can on this side as well. And I bring it together. And this is when and where I actually tie. I do mine sort of on the side, sort of askew. I don't do it in the middle. And I'm going to show you why. I do it here in 1 second. You're going to find out. But I do mine on the side right about here, and you'll find out why. So I just tie it, regular bow. Nothing special. You can tie it however you want. I just do a regular tie, like a bow, okay? So that's where we are right now. Then after that, this is the last step, just to make sure everything is flat, okay? So I put my finger in here and I put it around the side. I go underneath. I think I go towards the back. Yeah, I'm gonna go towards the back. And I just twist it. That's all I do. I just twist it. Now I twisted it towards the left. Obviously, if you're wrapping your hair the opposite way, if you wrap yours to the right, you're going to twist it to the right. That just reinforces the direction of the hair and making sure that everything is going the same way, just in case there were some errant hairs that were kind of janky in your whole tying up situation, that they end up laying back down and going the way that you want them to go. So that's just extra security. If you don't feel like you need to do that, you don't have to do it. I do that for security and just to know that, okay, everything should be going the same way. And then I go in with my hand and just make sure I smooth it down. Again, making sure the hairs are all the way that they should be going. And then I just tuck the bow. And the reason why I did it on the side is because when I turn it this way, I want my knot to end up by my ear. That way I'm not leaving an impression on my hair, because I've had this in the back before and it's kind of hard to sleep. I try and sleep on my back, and then you got the knot in your back, in the back of your hair. And it also leaves an indentation because you're laying on the back, then you, okay. So I try and put it on my ear, because on my ear, obviously, it's not going to leave an indentation because it's not laying straight on my hair. Okay. And so that's what I do. There's the eyebrow. Okay. So that's what I do. Okay. And then, you know, when I wash my hair, I pull that up a little bit and wash and get everything, wash my face, not my hair. Oh my gosh. Okay. So that's what I do. And that's pretty much it. With this particular scarf, that's how I tie my hair. And with this one, I do this one first. I still end up using this when I use this, because this leaves your crown exposed. And again, I need everything covered. So I would use this, wrap this around like this, make sure all the hairs were in. And then I would put this U scarf on top. That way everything's covered. Okay. But yeah, there's a hair. Okay, it's a loose hair. Whew. Okay, guys, so that's pretty much it. We were in and out, okay? That's pretty much what I do. That's my secret sauce. I just keep still. I don't move. I just keep still. And then I put the scarf on, crisscross in the front, crisscross in the back, smooth it out. But that's what I do. I just keep still, okay? So let me know if you have any questions down below. Thanks for dialing in and showing up as usual. I really appreciate it. Yeah, and I will be back, because you ain't getting rid of me, so I will be back, okay? And you guys be safe out there, okay? Well, be safe in there, because you're not supposed to be out there. You're supposed to be in there, okay? But be safe, and I'll be back, okay?